I'm Tuck Fisher, and I am a student at UNCW. I'm working on this idea alongside Matt Russell and Sarah Hamilton, and as students of UNCW, we thought it would be a good and creative idea to kind of bring technology into the university life. One idea we had to do this was, it seems as if everyone nowadays, and studies show as of July 2011, 40% of all mobile phone users have smartphones like this Droid X by Motorola. Studies show that by the end of this year, the majority of the market will have smartphones. And we think we can incorporate this idea into our business plan of creating an app, as coined by Apple smartphones, to be used to help students both with convenience and ease of the facilities that are offered to them. One way that we believe we can do this is by incorporating the menus of the dining halls on campus into our mobile phone app. There are many times when I'm walking around campus wanting to eat at WAG or Hawk's Nest, and I'm wondering, what's on the menu for today? Places like WAG and Dove's, it changes all the time. So we think it would be helpful to have an app on this smartphone that would allow us to check and see what the daily menu is. We also think it would be incredibly useful to place orders ahead at such places such as Einstein's or Subway, where lines become excruciatingly long. Now, we are aware that some of these options are available on the UNCW campus website. You could check the menu, tomorrow's menu even, but we believe that that website is so incredibly difficult to navigate, as well as students don't have much time in between classes, and having all of these options all in one space, the menus, the ability to order ahead, all of these things all in one place would really help students.
I know with the budget cuts, it's kind of confusing. The library is closing at a different time. The rec closes at different times on weekends. Hawk's Nest is open at weird times on Saturday. No, it's not open at all on Saturdays.
That's dope.
I know that as we were making this video right now, we were arguing over whether or not Hawk's Nest is open on Saturdays. And we still don't know. We could go look it up right now, but it would just be too.
The interface of our app would make it very easy for students to navigate around what they need to do, which has an obvious competitive advantage over Seaport, CNET, eBill, as Sarah was talking about, because they really make you jump through hoops and ladders. There's links that you think will take you one place but won't take you to another. But with our app, as you can tell by this interface here, would be very simple to go through. Having such things as flyers up in Graham Hewlett or Galloway, all the way to maybe even promoting it on Chancellor's Walk, much like Sidebar does. It'd be incredibly easy to get the word out. Obviously, we'd also have user recommendations from student to student. For the App Store, it's $99 to get your app onto their App Store. Being students of UNCW, we believe that the university would cater to our needs and really help us through this. We incorporate such use through TAC and other helpful student-run facilities.
App is so unique that there's literally no competition out there on the market for this particular app that we are trying to push. And since there's literally no competition at all, it reduces the risk that we have for starting up this business. As not only reduces the risk that way, but also reduces the risk financially, because as Tuck stated, the startup costs are very low.
Our business risk for starting up this business proposition is relatively low because of the small charge to put our app onto the markets, as well as our in-house programmer, which would be incredibly helpful with saving money as well as time. With this, small risk, we believe that we'd be catering to an endless market. Students coming into the college life every year, more and more, as UNCW is one of those schools that is growing each year. We would have a constant flow of students purchasing this app, which will be available for 99 cents, kind of the baseline price for most apps at this time. After conquering the UNCW campus with this app, maybe growing in size, our business partners, moving on to not a private programmer, but almost a company or corporation, and using that to connect schools around North Carolina and maybe even the country. We could use this very helpfully to, for example, Blackboard or other schools that use such online resources as Seaport and eBill. We would think connecting these over a greater scheme of things far in the future, but still present in our ideas now, would be a good idea to look ahead